Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to continue our NFL predictions with the New Orleans Saints. And honestly, no team want to be in the position the Saints is. Because last year, the first two games, they looked fine and dandy. But then they lost a couple games in a row. And that's when they decided to fire Dennis Allen. And once injuries took a toll on his team, it was a wrap. Chris Olave, he had a career-threatening concussion again. Will Shaheed, who looked like he was having a breakout year, his season ended. I think he broke his leg. And then Derek Carr had a career-ending shoulder injury that will lead to his retirement. The Saints would have hired Kellen Moore, former offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys, Los Angeles Chargers, and the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. So, for the Saints, they can only go up from here. And looking at their schedule from last year, they went 5-12, last place in the South. Like I said, they won their first two games. They dropped 40, and that was very impressive. Then the losses started mounting. A lot of losses started mounting. And they didn't get another win till after they fired Dennis Allen in Week 10 against the Falcons, where they also beat the Browns. But after the bye week, it was clear as day. The Saints weren't going anywhere. Their last win came against the Giants, but that's because the Giants were just about as bad as they were. But once Derek Carr got hurt, the team just tapped out. So for the New Orleans Saints, they could surprise people, but for me, it's looking like rebuild Saints. Let's take a look at their schedule.
Okay, New Orleans, let's take a look at this schedule. And looking at the first 5 or 6 games, I do think the Saints are going to sneak one game out of those. But for now, I got week 1, I got the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to give that to the Cardinals. Week 2 against the 49ers. I'm very high on the 49ers this season. I got to give the Niners a win here. Then they go the first 2 road games against Seattle and the Buffalo Bills. 0-3, 0-4. In week 5, I already done predictions for the Giants, which I gave the Giants a win for some reason. But week 6, I think this is where they get their first win. I don't want to see the Saints go winless. I know they're going to be a bad team, but I think they're going to get a win or two out of this. But the next couple of games, oof. Losing to the Bears. I got them losing to the Bucks. Against the Rams, losing to them too, and losing to the Panthers, which put them at 1-9 at their bye week. But I think Saints fans, they kind of expected this. But week 12 against the Falcons, I think this is where they get their second win of the season. Before they go to Miami, I got the Dolphins winning that. I have them getting swept by the Bucks. Week 15, a Panther team coming off a bye. I got them getting swept by the Carolina Panthers. And week 16 against the Jets. I don't trust the Jets no more. I think the Saints get a third win there before losing to the Titans and losing to the Falcons, which should bring their record up to 3-14. Which means this is not going to be a good year for the Saints. Granted, we all know this, that they're entering year 1 on a rebuild that should have happened 4 years ago. But anyway, tell me what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Gamble safely, and I'll see you next time.